Hello and welcome, my Gemini friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching my full moon reading. This is going to be a general love reading for the Sturgeon full moon. The full moon is in the Aquarius zodiac sign, so it's going to feel a lot lighter than in previous months. Aquarius is an air sign, so it gives buoyancy to the full moon. We may have a lighter feeling with this full moon, however, it's going to be full of warmth and passion. The sun is in conjunction with Venus and Mars, so it can lead to passion. It can also lead to conflict. I know that's a load of zodiac talk that I usually don't get into. I will be getting into the tarot in a second. What is really important is that you know that this full moon brings about a lot of warmth, which can be conflictual or it can be passionate. So what we're going to look at in this reading is deciphering the passion, the conflict, what these feelings are, and how best to proceed in this full moon. The tarot card deck I'm going to be using for this reading is the Witch's Tarot, created by Ellen Dugan and Mark Evans. I will end off the session with an oracle blessing with the Energy Oracle, created by Sandra Ann Taylor. Okay, my Gemini friends, let's look at what this full moon brings for you. We're going to start off by drawing a card that is going to symbolize the full moon for my Gemini friends. And that card is going to be, drum roll, the Nine of Cups. How beautiful. Nines are all about that completion and hard work. Cups about emotion and intuition. This talks about the hard work that you've put in. All that hard work isn't going unnoticed. A lot of bounty, a lot of abundance. Beautiful card to start off the reading on, especially in a love reading. You've worked hard to get where you're at. So now you're reaping the rewards. So this is a general reading. I will be talking to a group of, kind of breaking this into three groups. People who have a long-term relationship, people who are looking at and may have multiple choices in a relationship, and other people who are looking for that relationship. All right, so for those who are in a long-term relationship, it kind of talks about how hard you've worked for that relationship, how much you've put into it, right? And how abundant and really fulfilling that relationship is. For those who are looking at multiple relationships and are really uncertain, this talks about how much hard work you've done on yourself. This can and also not only are the individuals who may have multiple relationships, people who are looking for a relationship in general. This talks about the hard work you've put on for yourself. The most important relationship you're ever going to have in your life is your relationship with you and your higher self. So this talks about that hard work you've put in. Okay? So now that we have a baseline, let's look at what is going to kind of give us the most obstacles in this full moon, Gemini. You know that we've worked hard. What obstacles are you going to face with this warm, passionate, conflictual full moon we've got going on here? The Ten of Swords. Tens are a completion and a beginning card. Swords are all about that truth and knowledge. It's kind of a scary card, actually. Especially when you talk when it's crossing all that hard work. The Ten of Swords talks about those past pains. All those past relationships, those past situations and interactions with people, we carry them. And a lot of times it does feel like you get stabbed in the back. We also carry that knowledge that we gain from that relationship. Those are going to come up, especially when you're looking for a relationship or have multiple choices on a relationship. These are really going to impact you. All right? They're going to hinder you. They're going to stop you from being able to move forward and really embracing that abundance. For people who've been in a long-term relationship, it's not past pains so much. It's going to be the pains that the relationship that you're in have brought. All those harsh words that have been said, those fights, they're going to add up. Those are going to come back and really, Mars is really going to embrace and hold them. So let's look at how we're going to overcome this. So what tools and supports will help us overcome the Ten of Swords and obstacles we're facing? My Gemini friends, in the Sturgeon full moon. It's the Four of Swords. 4 is a stability number. Swords still about truth and knowledge. You take the knowledge that you've acquired and you go forward with it. It's not just lying down and taking it anymore. It's about going forward, arming yourself with that knowledge to move forward, to overcome this. The trick with the Ten of Swords, that's the sun rising. A new day is coming. Tens are a completion and a beginning card. The Four of Swords adds stability to that. It allows you to be able to take this as a foundation, this information, not the hurt with it, the information, truth and knowledge. We never said anything about emotion. Swords do not carry emotion. The cups do. Okay? The Nine of Cups will balance off the Four of Swords, will give the emotion, will give you that strength to go forward. Okay? So you take the combination of the knowledge piece of the Four of Swords and how to go forward, and you take that nurturing emotion and you go forward with it. That's how you're going to overcome the Ten of Swords in the Sturgeon full moon, my Gemini friends. Let's look at the outcome. What outcome does the Sturgeon full moon bring for my Gemini friends? The Knight of Swords. Knights are that adolescent, fearless energy, that go big or go home energy. Swords, still about truth and knowledge. We started off this reading in emotion and intuition, and we have that abundance piece. We're starting of a place of abundance. Then we hit the knowledge part. We're balancing the two off. Okay? The Knights are going to give us that momentum to go forward in our relationship. We have this knowledge piece. We're not adding the pain or the emotion of pain or hurt. We're just taking that knowledge and going forward. The Sturgeon Moon really wants you to gain more knowledge and going forward. Take it and move. Release the stuff that isn't going to work for you, that isn't going to serve you well. Release it and go forward. He's jumping back up into the Nine of Cups. He's ready to go back into that abundance piece. How you're going to apply this to your relationships is really taking the knowledge to jump it forward. Okay? Long-term relationship, friends, it's kind of overcoming and moving forward past those pains. In a relationship, the easiest target you have in life is going to be your partner. They're the safest person to lash out on, to really add swords into the back here. It's about overcoming that and moving forward. Mars is really easily going to topple you guys in the Sturgeon full moon. It's going to be embracing the warmth of Venus and really nurturing it and really embracing and being mindful that you're going to have to add that love component. You've got a lot of conflictual knives here, very pokey swords, easy to get into the fights, into the name calling. Go forward with the information, but really embrace Venus with this. Okay? Same with the people who have multiple relationship ideas in their lives. It's really going to be easy for Mars to overcome Gemini at all stages. It's going to be really important that instead of embracing Mars, that you really focus in on Venus. Let's look at what the shadow card is for you. The Seven of Cups. This is the 7 deadly sins, the mysterious card, if you will. It talks about many choices. We have choices on where this night goes. You have choices on where you can go forward. There's a lot of mystery and uncertainty in the Seven of Cups because we're not sure which cup is truly meant for us. However, the Seven can add more emotion and love to the Swords here. Embracing and really going forward with that knowledge and allowing what is not working and not serving you to be taken out and really going forward with that love piece. There's going to be uncertainty, but even choosing wrong is a choice. You gain, again, more knowledge. Alright, let's look at what blessings the Sturgeon full moon have for my Gemini friends. Deceit. It's a warning. These swords are very deceitful. This is information, not emotion. Like I said, it's very easy for Mars and the full moon to really push Gemini into conflict. Don't be deceived, okay? The Seven of Cups is warning you about that mystery and uncertainty. Swords always bring about that kind of uncertain feeling with us because they are so cold. Really, like I said, embrace Venus rather than Mars this month, and it's going to be a very conscious choice with knowledge. Really what this Four of Swords is talking about. For those who wish, you can pause the video here and reflect on these cards. Like I said, this is a group reading. However, these cards were drawn especially for my Gemini friends. What did they say to you? Everyone has intuition and can gain guidance from the cards. What further information did the cards have for you? Now, if you are wanting further information and guidance on this topic or any topic, you may need a private reading. I have a link below to schedule a private reading with me so we can explore things more personally for you. I hope you found this video helpful and that you were able to gain some direction for this full moon. I want to thank you again for spending time with me today and watching my video. I will continue to create videos for my zodiac friends in the upcoming weeks. If you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the box below. I'm always up for feedback from my friends. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. You never know where I'm going to go next and you don't want to miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. I've provided a link below in the box. Why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Gemini friends.